Let me save you all some time. The scariest Joker of all time is obviously Jack Nicholson. I was literally shaking in my boots when he was dancing to Prince. Just kidding. Welcome to Rotten Damians. Today we are discussing the scariest Joker of all time. The Joker is an infamously beloved complex character who made his first appearance in mainstream media back in 1941 in Batman issue 1. Since then he has been played by a plethora of live action characters and voiced by even more actors. For this reason there have been multiple versions and stories of the Joker. Today I'm going to tell you about the scariest of them all. The real scariest Joker of all time is his portrayal in Batman the Killing Joke. But before we continue, if you disagree with me, you're wrong. The main reason I selected this as the scariest Joker of all time is because of what he did to Barbara Gordon. Firstly, he shoots her in the pelvis, which shatters her spine and renders her paralyzed. But after that, he proceeds to SA her. This is pretty dark and twisted, but what makes it worse is the motive behind his actions. During Batman the Killing Joke, we get a glimpse into the Joker's life before he was the Joker. He was an engineer at a pharmaceutical company. However, he left the job to pursue a comedy career. His comedy career tanks, leaving him and his pregnant wife extremely poverty-stricken. But it's okay, because he's
good in the sack.
The Joker, fearful for his family, turns to a life of crime, telling himself that he'll do one job and be set for life.
For one big score!
But before he can complete the job, he gets news that his pregnant wife has died. He tries to pull out of the job because there's no longer a need. However, the mobsters force him to assist. They break into the Joker's old pharmaceutical company and things go south. The mobsters frame Joker as the ringleader, resulting in Batman pursuing him. He tries to explain the situation but accidentally falls into a batch of chemicals, bleaching his skin and completing his transformation into the Joker. You see, what makes this the scariest version of the Joker is obviously the atrocious crimes he commits, but also the fact that he was not born a monster. He instead entered this world as an ambitious and caring man. He was willing to risk everything to provide for his family.
I just gotta get you out of here before the baby comes.
His transformation was instead sparked by a truly horrible day. Firstly, he lost his family. Secondly, he was forced into a life of crime where his allies turned on him. And lastly, he fell into a batch of poison, permanently tainting his skin. To me, this is absolutely terrifying because it tells us that true evil does not come from monsters, but rather from people. Anyone could become the Joker, assuming they undergo enough pain. This is the Joker's motive behind his actions towards Barbara. He's trying to break Gordon just as the world broke him. He's doing this to prove to Batman and, I guess himself, that anyone can become a monster. This point is further driven home by the fact that Batman kills the Joker at the end of this film. The Joker tells Batman a truly killer joke. The joke reads as, two guys live in an insane asylum, and one night they decide they don't like living in an asylum anymore. They decide they're going to escape. So they get up onto the roof, and there, just across the narrow gap, they see the rooftops of the town, stretching away in the moonlight, stretching away to freedom. Now the first guy, he jumps right across with no problem. But his friend did not dare make the jump. You see, he's afraid of falling. So then, the first guy has an idea. He says, hey, I have a flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings. You can walk along the beam and join me. But the second guy just shakes his head. He says, what do you think I am? Crazy? You had turned it off when I was halfway across. After the joke, Batman grabs the Joker in what looks like a fit of laughter, and we hear the two lunatics laugh in unison. But soon the Joker's laugh ends abruptly, and all we can hear is Batman's single laugh. The camera then fades to black, telling us that Batman too has succumbed to a bad day. He lost his lover, and watched as the Joker deeply hurt his good friend, Jim Gordon. The Joker won. Batman killed him, showing us that anyone can become a monster. Batman the Killing Joke is one of the darkest Batman stories ever told. It is also an infamously beloved story, and if you have never heard of it, be sure to read the graphic novel before you watch the movie adaptation. The graphic novel is way better. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and for me to reach my goals. Let me know which version of the Joker is your favorite in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.